Folks, what's up and welcome to another episode of Ace Attorney with an actual lawyer. I'm your host, Zach, joined by our voice actor, Wes. Hi. And our actual lawyer, Porridge.
Hello.
If you like this, you can catch it and many more streams on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam, including our most recent stream where we ranked food mascots based on smashability. It was an incredibly funny stream, and I hope that you check it out soon on YouTube. And if you'd like to support us, we'd appreciate that as well. Head over to patreon.com/SaveDataTeam, where for just $2 a month, you get access to the full VOD channel of every single stream we do. $5 lets you vote on one of our variety streams for each month, and gets your name as one of the NPCs in our Patreon, or in our Discord, Dungeons and Dragons stream that we're doing. And the $10 level and above, you get your name included in this Patreon song. Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all. Gotta thank 'em all, our Patreons. Burger Bun, Fluff Guff, Bandicoot Commando, Cadebe, Halucha, and Sofino, HSM, Ernless, Crow Knight, Danny, Antilester, Kevin Nation, Shadowed Navi, Miss Meg, Winter, Jacob, Bell, Tucko, Sensei, Arky, Forensic, Beck, Nicole, and Mystic Woody. Leprechaun, A1, Narwhal, Go, Zeppeli, Shepperstein, Boomer, Emily, Relive Jolie, The Red Fighter, DJ, Moon, Philo, Sherlock's, T-Flower, Sillart, Ami, Borshock, Dessert Boy Man, Elijah Sly, Rick Rat, Katja, Traveling in a Box, and Snowcat, Naruka, Yongi, Chrysanthoph, Phila, Written Word, Shade the Punisher, Sibylla. Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all. Gotta thank 'em all, our Patreons. I don't think there's anything else to talk about, right?
No, we should get into the game.
Alright, well then, like Pritch said, let's get into the game. We better see this eggy bastard today, or I will throw a brick.
Listen, you can't make omelets without cracking the eggs.
Ah, Gina, I forgot you were here. How are you holding up?
I'm the one that this whole thing's about. You remember?
Yeah, but this is an Ace Attorney game, so after the beginning, the defendant doesn't do anything.
No, yeah, until the
Unless
very
it's
end.
Maya or me.
Yeah, until the very end when you give us a cool crying sprite. That's about it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel quite warmly towards her frequent cold shoulders now.
Ginny! Are you alright? Why aren't you saying anything?
Cool.
What's the point, eh? Why go to all this trouble and fight so hard for the likes of me?
We came so hard.
Oh my
Came
God.
so far and fought so hard. Not came so hard and fought so far. Well, that's all we got on that
Alright,
one.
everybody. Thank you so much
Alright,
for joining us
folks.
for another stream. Good night.
Oh man, there's gotta be a mix for that already, right? I came so hard and fought so far. You're right, in the end it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. I came so hard and got so hard.
But in the hard, it wasn't even hard.
Well, you saw it. The picture.
What picture?
Ah, you mean this? The photograph taken by Holy's red-handed recorder.
Oh, yeah, just explain it.
Yeah,
If you didn't do it, just explain what's going on.
Uh-huh.
It's really easy, Gina.
We're
It's
trying to
really
help you.
simple.
We're trying to help you.
You have photographic evidence that you can say, like, oh yeah, I remember that moment, and this is exactly what was happening at that moment. Do that!
I didn't think it would have captured a scene like this, that's for sure.
It's hopeless. Anyone who sees that's gonna think I did it, ain't they?
Well, I won't pretend it wasn't a bit of a shock when the prosecution first presented it to the court.
Surely you've got to have your doubts about me now. You can't think that I'm innocent.
Well, now we know there's a third shooter, so, like, you're not. But, like, in the middle of that trial, yes. Of Of course I can.
And even before.
Penny, why don't you talk to us?
Yeah, like for real.
Tell us what really happened that night.
Eh?
Bruno's cleverly managed to piece together a lot of new information, with my help.
Thank you, Iris.
We'd really like to hear it from you.
Alright then. It was after we'd had that dinner together at your place, right, Iris? That we all had a chat up in your office, didn't we?
Yes, I remember.
After that, I just couldn't get to sleep. So I slipped out and went down the street to the 2-to-1. To Winterbank's place. I had to know.
If Iris's story was there or not, the Hound of the Baskervilles.
I don't know what it's about or nothing. If you ask me, there's something in it that Shums don't like. Something what you don't want people reading. So that's why he lied to Iris about sticking it in lug with Winterbank for safekeeping. At least, that's what I thought at the time.
So you broke into Winterbank's?
I had to know if it was there or not. I mean, I had no idea all of that was going to kick off, did I? I struck the lock and stuck inside. It was dark as you like in there. So I gave the oil lamp on the counter a bit of a wick. And that's when... What do you think you're doing? Ah! I nearly died, I did. I'm terrified of the Swedish. And next thing I knew...
Me too, Ginny. Me too.
How can they be so neutral? They stand for nothing.
That's Switzerland.
You're
Zach.
right. You're right.
How can they be so
That's
similar to
Switzerland.
Switzerland in Zach's mind?
I can't wait for all of our Swedish and Swiss viewers to send me very mean letters in the comments.
Zach's been cancelled for confusing Switzerland and Sweden.
If that's what I get canceled for, I'm doing pretty okay with myself.
Why are their fish so red and chewy? It's not natural.
I grabbed the gun off the counter and was waving it in the air like I just didn't care. Like, I don't know what.
Like you didn't care.
Yeah.
I think that actually works.
Ah, you're the girl who was in here this afternoon. I didn't think pickpockets went in for armed robbery.
You know whose voice this is now.
I
Come
know.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody says mantle script except for Gina.
Yeah.
But maybe.
No.
The mantle script. Have you got it here? Did Sholmes leave a load of papers with you? A story? I beg your pardon? The Hound of the... something or other. If it's here, I want to see it. I'm sorry, young lady, but I'd sooner die than relinquish an article belonging to one of my customers. And
Hopefully
I'll do
I'm
it.
not foreshadowing anything with that statement. I certainly wouldn't want to die, but...
I don't want it. What would I do with it anyway? I just want to see if it's here, that's all. Oh, you want to see it, do you?
Why would you say it like that?
I want to know if Sholmes really pawned it here or not. Please! Just let me see it and I'll go. Oh, very well then. But for pity's sake, stop waving my gun around, would you?
Okay, so they came to a chill understanding. He was like,
Okay, yeah, so there actually was no antithesis between them.
Yeah.
That is very interesting.
So then the old cove unlocked the storeroom door and we both went inside. And it was there all right. The manuscript. Sholmes went lying after all.
You did all that just to check for me, Jenny?
Anyway, then there was a bit of a kick-up out in the main bit of the shop.
The Skulkin brothers arriving on the scene, yes.
What was that noise? Someone's breaking in. Yes, I can see them right in front of me. Dear me, is there some burglars convention here tonight that I don't know about?
See, that's really funny and also sad that he made this joke probably moments before he was killed.
I know. It's like that episode of The Fairly Odd Parents where they have the fairy convention in Timmy's bathroom,
Yeah.
except all the burglars like, it's in Windibank's shop, don't tell Windibank.
I think I forgot to shut the door behind me. Sorry. I'd better go and take care of it. Could I possibly have my gun back? Oh, well, I'll come with you and... Now, don't be foolish, young girl. You must stay right here. Don't leave this room under any circumstances. It's not like I'm going to die or anything. And with that, he took the gun out of my hands and walked back out into the shop.
Little did he know he was going to die.
Or anything.
It's the fucking stabbing victim's last words. What are you gonna do? Stab me?
I hung back in the storeroom like he said, straining my ears in the dark to hear what was going on. It sounded like they'd got into a bit of a scrap. I started to think I should help, see? So I was just about to go out to the storeroom myself when...
That's right, Windibank fucking threw one of the Skulkin brothers.
Yeah. Fucking super.
Which is awesome.
Windibank slam! I had a couple of shots go off. Two, I think, almost at the same time. And then there he was, right at me feet, lying face down on the floor. I was right next to the storeroom door, so I slammed it shut and locked it quick as you like.
Because you thought whoever had shot Mr. Windibank might come for you.
Yeah, so I went to grab the old cove's gun. I figured I'd put up a fight at least. But when I got a better look at it, I knew.
It's fucking Eggert. Oh no. Okay.
Windibank was a goner. I felt funny in my head all of a sudden. Kind of dizzy. And after that, I don't remember nothing.
That must be when you passed out, Gina.
If I hadn't done what I'd done, the old cove might still be alive.
Did you tell the police everything you just told us?
Of course I did. But they didn't believe a word of it, did they? All they said was if I kept telling lies, it'd make things even worse for me.
Are you okay, Iris?
You should really lay off the cigarettes, Iris.
I have a tiny British cold.
Oh no, that's fatal.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, I'm pretty sure most of them die from that.
Or 1900s, not well, close to 1900s or in 1900s.
Cholera was still a thing, right?
Tuberculosis would have got you.
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to give us some slack. They were doing a little better.
Uh-huh.
They probably wouldn't have immediately given me cocaine.
That's true.
Yeah.
Iris is like, I feel great. I just came with a bunch of new inventions.
be alright, Ginny. Don't worry. Just stay strong a little longer. I will shoot everyone who tries to send you to jail. Bruno's about to put the real culprit through the mill.
That cove was there in the afternoon. That Eggert Benedict.
Sorry. Force of habit.
Just how could you not?
Eggert Benedict.
I still remember how he looked at me. Like I was nothing.
That was the most subtle of turns.
Whoa.
Like 2 degrees.
Man.
He was there that night.
Oh shit, I was reading text over top of it, you're right. We don't know his real name yet, but I'm convinced that he's involved somehow. Anyway, thank you for telling us what happened, Gina. I appreciate your honesty.
You what?
Leave it all in Runo's capable hands now, Ginny.
Mega Dizzy Super Fighter says a tuberculian task. That's good. No, come on. We're friends.
Mr. Nara Odo.
Close enough, I guess. Yes?
How come you trust me? I don't get it.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
me either.
I mean, have you forgotten what happened here before? Come on, it was only 2 months ago.
Yeah, but like, we played that case like a
A
year
year
ago,
ago.
Gina.
Me and McGill did. We told you a whole pack of lies.
Yeah, well, he's dead and you're not. So, like,
And you got the bog trotter off with them, even though he was a killer.
No. I could never forget that.
Oh,
I did what I thought was best at the time. But the pain of that error of judgment just doesn't get any easier to bear. Still, don't forget that I made you a promise. I told you that I'd be on your side to the bitter end, no matter what.
but what if I'm lying? You could be working to get another killer off the hook for all you know.
I was once in your position, Gina. I was the accused in a trial.
I was just like you, Sasuke.
Oh, fucking save Databayo still lives on.
Now come back to London, Gina. Come back to the village hidden in the fog.
I haven't left.
I'm trying to think who would be the Orochimaru of this universe.
McGilden?
I feel like it would have to be Van Zeeks, right?
No, Van Zeeks is the secret. Well, Kazuma's Sasuke, because he's your best friend.
Man. Let's move on.
This is not gonna work.
No, let's move on.
You were?
Before I left Japan, I was accused of murder. And strange as it might sound, the circumstances of the crime were pretty damning. I was sure that no one would believe it wasn't me who'd done it.
Oh, Runo.
But there was one person who stood up for me, who believed in me, and who was prepared to defend me. My best friend.
Naruto.
I was like, don't laugh now, it's serious.
Just follow my nose.
Oh
What?
my god. Not that alert right now. No. Okay, nobody donate.
Follow your
we're gonna get through
nose.
this moment, and then I'll change the alerts. But nobody donate now.
Partner,
For
just
real.
remember to always follow your nose.
Wherever
it goes.
Jesus Christ.
The one tool that a lawyer always has is his nose. So follow it.
Mega Dizzy Super Fighter says tearfully, his favorite cereal was always Fruit Loops.
Oh, Jesus. Rinosuke, no one believes in you more than I do. Leave this to me. All you need to do is put your faith in me, and I'll do the rest.
I was so happy. I cried.
Yeah, you did.
But even then, somewhere inside me, I couldn't help thinking, surely he doesn't really believe in me. Not completely. But I was wrong.
Come back to us.
As soon as my trial began, it was obvious. Not that face. That he had an absolute, unwavering belief in me.
Except for that particular moment. He was kind of second guessing it right then.
And in turn, I developed an absolute, unwavering belief in him.
In my nose.
Just follow my nose.
That's so funny! Fuck.
Excellent timing.
Yep,
Excellent timing.
yep.
Follow your
Follow my
nose!
nose.
I feel bad because it's not hitting with Bridge at the same time, but it's still good.
I mean, I'm not watching. I don't have the Twitch stream up. I just have
Right.
the chat. I just have the
Right.
chat pulled out.
Alright. Since...
Playing a dangerous game, Chad.
Since then, I came to realize, if you want someone to believe in you, you have to believe in the other person first.
Just follow my nose.
You want someone to believe in you, you just have to follow your nose!
Fuck me.
Oh, Toucan Sazuma is
It's
really good.
really good.
Well, I know what we're gonna get in Art for Stream tonight.
Yeah, can't wait for that one.
What are you saying?
I promise you, Gina, that no matter what happens, I'll keep believing in you.
Her sprite right now is really
It
weird
is the
looking.
straight on, yeah.
Your face
There's
is
something
so
really
weird.
funny about the straight on
Yeah,
looking
just like-
sprites. So you don't need to worry. I won't let you down.
Even though I'm a dog.
Just follow my nose.
Even though I follow my nose.
Fuck you, Chad, so much. Thank you for the money, but fuck.
And a no good liar.
Just follow my nose.
Come on! I'll wait for it to go off screen. You're not like McGilded.
He didn't follow his nose.
I know that.
Hey?
Just follow my nose.
That's right. You're our friend, Ginny.
Iris.
We know you better than you think. We've come to the conclusion that you're someone we can trust.
Yes.
That's really all we need to know.
Exactly.
Mr. Nara Odo. I
Just follow my nose.
God fucking damn it, stop.
Just follow my nose. Defendant Gina Lestrade and her legal representative. Court proceedings are about to resume. Please head into the courtroom immediately.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
If you get lost, just remember to follow
Just
your
follow
nose.
my nose.
Okay, I'm changing it. I love the money. Thank you all very much. But it's gotta stop.
Just follow my nose.
Nose just gifted $1.
Holy shit.
Oh my
You
god.
all are chaos.
Oh.
Twitch chat is where chaos lives. For real.
Okay. There we
Yeah,
go.
Nose, just let us know where you are so we can follow you.
Alright, it's good. It's back to regular Ace Attorney alerts. I've been both a defendant and a defending lawyer in my time, so I knew only too well just how hard it was to put your faith in another. And I also knew just how hard it was to bear the burden of another putting all their faith in you. This is it at last. The final chapter. The final battle. Wish me luck, Susato-san. And I hope you're watching over me too, partner.
All right.
Wow, that was a moment that maybe didn't get the seriousness it deserved, but it was very
Well,
funny.
Really quick, before we go on, I'm gonna follow my nose to the bathroom.
Yeah. I don't know if that's your nose, but sure. Alright. Again, that dude is so fucking short.
I hereby call this court to order as we resume the trial of Miss Gina Lestrade. Lord Van Zieks, have you successfully subpoenaed the witness?
The subpoena was delivered to the communications station. Communication station, what's your occupation? Where the man works immediately, my lord. However, the heavy rain has delayed the arrival of his carriage, it would seem.
I see. Then let us turn our attention to Inspector Gregson's precis of the case heard by the court this morning. The glaring omission of the third bullet in your report is a serious blunder, Inspector.
Yes, I can only apologize, my lord.
Well, blame Van Zieks for taking possession of Holmes's little pocket thing and never looking at it enough to notice there was a broken vial and a bullet in there.
Yeah.
I appreciate what's happening in the chat right now.
The heavy rain references are very good.
Jason!
Sean!
Sean!
And although the defense's chemical analysis of the blood at the scene makes for a compelling argument, I cannot permit such untried methods to be used as evidence in my courtroom.
What?
Stopped across Hurley and me. A very big mistake.
Is that a threat?
What?
Yes.
This?
My lord.
Do we need this
It's
guy?
the third Skulkin, brother.
Yeah.
Ah,
The subpoenaed
That-
witness has just arrived in the building.
thank you, officer. Show him to the stand without delay.
Mr.
Oh, so it is him.
Eggert Benedict. I didn't expect to be crossing paths with him again so soon. And certainly not like
Oh
this.
god, is he gonna pose with them? Please.
Yeah.
The bench is getting crowded.
Yes, it is.
Thank you for complying with the court's subpoena at such short notice, sir.
I mean,
It says question mark, question mark, question mark.
You know who it is.
I don't know, chat. My hands are kind of tied on
No,
this
they're
one.
not.
Who is this guy?
Yeah,
really?
it's... I kind of... But of course, my lord, as an upstanding member of London society, it is my pleasure to oblige.
Really? That's what you sound like? Now kindly...
Guilty.
Now kindly state your name and occupation for the record.
Oh.
Oh. Hey, actually, that was my grandpa's name.
Ashley Graydon.
Wait, does that mean the judge's first name is Ashley?
Yeah.
On
Whoa,
a different side.
folks.
On a different side.
Oh, okay.
On a different side.
This is huge. The lore.
Ashley Graydon, Communications Officer. Mr. Graydon and I both work at London's Central Communications Station.
Is she? I can't tell. Is she blushing under the?
Yeah, I think she's got a little crush.
Son of a bitch! Fucking
Really?
give this guy the chair.
I'm not seeing it.
I don't know if it could just be the shadows.
Now perhaps somebody would kindly explain what all this is about.
You were apprised of the situation by the court officer on your way here, I presume.
Yes, I was. Something to do with a murder that took place at a pawnbroker's on Baker Street. And some nonsense about me having been there on the night in question.
That is the accusation, indeed.
This really is beyond a joke, you know. Very well. Without further delay, the court will hear your testimony now, Mr. Graydon. You will respond to the accusation made against you under oath.
Motherfucker.
Gladly, my lord. Gladly.
I just imagine both fucking Ringo and
Ashley Graydon.
both the people on the other side of him are like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Naturally, I have occasion to make use of pawnbroking services from time to time. But are you seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs to break into the place on the night of the murder? I have no intention of admitting to such an outrageous accusation, even if certain parties here claim that my blood was found at the scene. Some scaramouche.
Scaramouche! Can
Can
you do the fandango?
Thunderbolts and lightning?
Very, very frightening.
Galileo!
Galileo!
Galileo Figaro!
Magnifico!
I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me.
He's just a poor boy, nobody loves him. Spare him his life from this monstrosity.
Incredible. Yeah, that's an edit for sure. Yep.
Some Scaramouche detective's homebrew tincture can hardly be taken as serious evidence. So, you deny the accusation completely, do you? I must say I am dismayed. For the highest court in the land to be swayed by this self-professed detective's toy.
It was the will of the jury, and our great British justice system demands that the jury's will is upheld.
This guy is literally gaslighting the jury right now, isn't
Uh-huh.
Then it would seem we have the misfortune of a most inept assembly of jurors today.
he? Pridge, what is your opinion on insulting the jury as a defendant?
Well, he's not the
He's
defendant.
not the
He's just a
defendant,
witness.
but he's about to be accused of a crime.
Either way, not a great idea.
Yeah.
By golly!
How long am I expected to be detained here?
You just got here. We've been here for weeks.
Following the defense's cross-examination, your involvement in this matter has not been established. You will be free to leave immediately. Good. Then I shall be away in time for afternoon tea. Some small consolation, at least. Let us not hold up Mr. Graydon any longer than necessary, counsel. Proceed with the cross-examination.
So, we meet again, Mr. Eggert Benedict. Or is it Mr. Graydon? I just said my name was Mr. Graydon.
My apologies.
Oh, fuck off.
My apologies. You are...
Your worst nightmare. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer. We have met.
If you say so. Ashley Graydon. Enchanté. So... I trust we can conclude this quickly.
But I'm not holding your flashy white hat while we do.
I'm not giving this back, by the way. I'm taking this.
This is mine now.
This is my hat now.
What was the fucking Maximilian's 3 logos? White hat.
Oh, roses, hat, and cape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Remember how many times we had to hear that?
Too many. Oh shit, we've already done this. Okay.
I think you should start pressing some stuff.
Yeah.
Because he said nothing
Yeah.
of substance.
Yes, we even met in the very pawnbrokery where the crime took place on the afternoon of the day in question. Though, of course, you introduced yourself by a different name at the time. It was Mr. Eggert Benedict, I believe, and...
It's not funny. The witness
I
is
don't know
here.
if that's exactly true.
The witness is here to testify about events that took place that night. He is under no obligation to answer such unrelated questions.
You can't be serious!
Thank you, because I certainly do not feel inclined to answer such an inappropriate question.
So he's going to be evasive, is he? Well, no shit, Ryan. In an
I'll
effort
just
to
have
not give everything away.
I'll just have to raise my accuracy.
This could be tricky. I'm seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs to break into the place in the night of the murder.
Look at them looking at him.
Yeah,
They're
like...
like...
Have you seen these two men before?
This pair?
Fuck off.
No, I don't associate with criminals.
Eat my ass, Graydon, you piece of shit. Said by a man who introduced himself as Eggert Benedict.
I'd like to know who I have to thank for this. Who made this outlandish accusation against me? The young lawyer there in the black. This is a farce. Whose idea was it to permit an outsider to work in the British court anyway?
This guy gets me.
Then it just...
I like the cut of your jib.
What do you think about a Far Eastern island nation?
He's just like, I can imagine a future together with this man.
I'm in love.
Yeah, why isn't there shipping art of these two? Come on, Chad.
Well, needless to say...
Yeah, no shit, you're not going to admit to it.
You're like, but what if I said please?
Where were you around the morning on the night in question, sir?
That is past the hour at which I would normally retire. Certainly. I was not in the company of these rapscallions.
I love that they both just look away. It's very good. You're able to prove that?
Objection!
Yeah, I know. It's my job to prove it, you
Listen
fucker.
carefully, my learned Nipponese friend. For you appear to be under a gross misapprehension of this point.
Yeah. What do you mean?
The witness maintains he was not at the scene of the crime. He has no obligation to prove his absence. If your accusation is that the witness was present at the scene, the obligation lies with you to prove your assertion.
This is what?
What?
Got it.
Gah! You will fulfill that obligation before putting any more unreasonable questions to the witness.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a nice little shimmy right there.
Yeah, that was good. That was actually really good. A silent victory wiggle. Thanks. Yo, let me see that victory wiggle, folks.
Let me see that victory wiggle.
Wiggle.
Oh, you guys were on that.
Wiggle. It's very good. You know, certain parties here present claim my blood was found at the scene. Yeah, I know. We can't use that as evidence because blood was found at the scene of the crime. There's no question of that. Mr. Sholmes' chemical analysis has positively identified the substance as such.
But I am not the only human to have blood running through my veins, am I?
That's where you're wrong. You are.
Oh!
We're all lizard people, actually. You're the only human.
We're all robots built by Iris.
Whoa! This is the early 20th century. We can get away with saying weird shit like that.
It's like the end of the first game of Professor Layton. Spoilers for that.
Hey, just
One of
wait.
those running credits for a decently old.
Yeah, you think that was wild?
I can't imagine how they top that, but we're playing the second one, so I guess we'll find out soon.
Oh, Zach. Oh, you sweet summer child.
You sweet summer child.
Every Layton game, they're like, what's more wacky and stupid than the things we just
In
did?
the third game, Layton defeats God and goes to France.
It's hilarious.
I mean, you gotta. If you're gonna kill God,
Yeah,
you
you have to go to France
Afterwards, you go to Paris, yeah.
Yeah. The third one is objectively the best, but... How can you be sure that the blood is mine?
We could cut your hand right now and test it.
It could equally be the
Jesus.
blood of one of these two miscreants.
I mean, just prick it, Pridge. I'm not trying to kill him.
Prick it. Prick it good.
Pull it. Every
We
individual.
need like maybe a gallon of your blood.
You can
Maybe
lose
a
that.
2-liter bottle of pop of your blood.
And like
You can
some
lose
of your
that,
hair
right?
too.
Sorry. This is London. A pint, maybe. Every individual's blood has a slightly different composition, it seems. Mr. Sholmes' chemical is able to differentiate from the.
Spare me the science lesson.
Okay.
Who is this Sholmes character anyway?
Do you even read, bruh? Bruv? Oh, I assumed all Londoners would know his name. He's a renowned detective. That's good. That's good.
So, even you are unable to bring yourself to say, great detective. A great detective, you say? Now we're in the realm of fairy tales, are we?
Oh shit! He's like, but I love
He's
this
like, what do you
shit."
got? What do you got to say to that, Waluigi?
Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Skulkin? Oh yes, it's just that I shot him.
Hey, what? Me?
No, the Mr. Skulkin next to you.
Right, I've had it up to here with this. How many times have I got to tell you?
No.
You, Greg said.
Yes, I know you're not Big Bruv Sulky.
That's good.
That's
That's
a
a good
really
bit.
great bit. Mr. Nash Skulkin.
Hey, cool blimey, Governor. You what?
Is it
You
not,
what, mate?
is it not the case when Mr. Graydon just spoke, a thought went through your mind? Would you care to share that thought with the court?
Me thoughts? I don't have none of them. It must have been him. You what?
We're not doing this!
We're not doing.
Mr. Nash Skulkin, answer the question, please. What went through your mind when Mr. Graydon just spoke?
Nothing, honest, Gov, nothing. I was just thinking, you what? If he waves his arms round like that much more, it'll open up the wound again, that's all.
What
You
wounds?
dumbass.
Yeah, you really fucked that up, dude.
You're
a
absolute
fucking idiot.
moron.
Man,
Oh, you're
Man.
the worst.
I've said so many dumb things, but that might take the cake.
Oh my god.
What wound?
Where he took the bullet, of course. It was only 2 days ago while he was
You-
shooting that pawnbroker.
You fucking moron!
It ain't gonna be healed up yet, so I was, well, you know, I was worrying for him, and... Oh, hell's bells.
Incredible.
Mr. Graydon, did you hear that?
What?
Just fucking red starts spreading through his white suit.
Don't notice me very clearly holding my foot.
There's fucking like anime blood coming out of his mouth. Did I hear what? Your comrade is worried about you, it seems. On account of your injured arm.
My lord. Yes, Mr. Graydon?
I'd like to go home.
I don't want to do this anymore. I have no idea what these two wretches are talking about. Certainly, I shouldn't be expected to answer anything in relation to their mindless insinuations.
We know that someone other than the victim was hit by a bullet at the scene of the crime 2 nights ago. And from the height of the bullet hole in the wall, that person was likely hit in the upper arm or thereabouts. Perhaps you'll allow a court official to examine your arm, sir. The left arm that you're currently clasping with your right hand,
Oh, wow.
as if in pain.
Oh, I'm just having a heart attack. Oh!
But don't take me to a hospital, though.
To examine me.
Definitely don't do that.
I'm feeling better, and I'm gonna walk out the door. Oh, but it's still a heart attack. Oh, but I'm fine. No.
How am I doing? Is this convincing anyone?
I refuse.
This is a funny episode, y'all. I'm having a good time.
You have shown no evidence whatsoever that links me to these common thieves.
Dog, let us see the bullet in your arm and I'll fucking have you
just
dead to
said
rights.
the evidence is that the dude just said he knows you have a bullet wound.
Yeah.
The other guy saying that is, and
Ooh.
that's evidence.
We get a slam.
Mm-hmm.
Graydon smash. Accordingly, I am not obliged to permit any such invasion of my privacy.
No.
As I've already said, I'm completely uninvolved in all this. I've never had anything to do with the pawnbrokery where this fellow was killed whatsoever. I take offense at the insinuation that I was in any way involved. You claim to have had nothing whatsoever to do with Mr. Winterbank's pawnbrokery.
My lord, the defense would like that last statement to be added to Mr. Graydon's formal testimony.
Yeah, because I think
Because we're gonna fucking nail this
I
son of a
think
bitch.
one of the tickets has his name on it or something.
Very well, counsel. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Graydon.
But for real, can we also examine his arm? That's pretty damning evidence.
I feel like we could really shorten this case.
Yeah.
You would just let me do that.
The bottom line is, I've never had anything to do with the pawnbroking establishment where the man was killed.
Let's see here.
It's because we can't use the blood because they won't let us use that.
Right,
Wait, isn't there a photograph of him there too, or do we not have
No, we don't have a photograph of him there.
No, this was just before.
One of the tickets has his name on it, doesn't it, or something? I thought.
Let's see.
Yeah, go to
Pawnbroker's
our-
ticket. That's just the one with the cat.
15, 400, 1 pound.
What it should say in here.
Redemption
Calculations
ticket.
from Mason.
No? Never mind.
That doesn't. There's literally nothing here, right? Yeah.
I mean, we know he was there, but do we have
That
anything that
doesn't-
proves that he was
yeah.
there?
paper is nothing. Autopsy report shouldn't be anything.
That's nothing, that's nothing, that's
What
nothing.
makes sense? Scolding with his gun.
Nothing.
We looked at the gun. Their
Yeah,
gun.
we looked at the gun.
Okay. Gina, stereoscope, metal music box disc, which is his blood, but we can't use the blood as evidence. And then that was the bullet in the file. Son of a bitch.
I mean, do you? Maybe you can just press it just to.
Yeah, but I
see.
feel bad because I feel like there has to be a thing here.
Yeah, it does seem like there should be.
Never had anything to do with it. My brother in Christ. 3 people saw you there, including me.
Yeah, I feel like there are multiple people who could
Yeah.
corroborate this.
You forget that I was there, Mr. Graydon, on the very afternoon of the incident.
Obviously, I am not a complete stranger to the pawnbrokers. I am currently on the lookout for an armchair to furnish my study.
No, you were there to redeem an article.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, there we go.
Great.
Great. Hey, bud.
Excuse me.
I do forget that it's excuse me
Excuse
every
me.
time. Do you have something to add, Inspector?
Hey, come again, sunshine.
You were there too, in fact, weren't you, Inspector? That afternoon.
Well, yes, I do remember meeting yourself and the pawnbrokers that afternoon. You, your young Japanese assistant, and the accused were all present, as I recall.
And at that time, this witness, Mr. Graydon, was trying to acquire a particular article.
Well now.
I forgot that there's some weird bullshit where the government doesn't want him to talk about the disc, which is
Oh, yeah.
weird.
Yeah. I'm afraid I don't remember too clearly.
You fucker. What? But you must!
I'm not gonna lie and pretend I remember something that I don't.
What's going on here?
Just have Iris be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you better tell us, or I'm gonna write
Oh
shit
yeah,
about you."
really
Yeah.
good point. Grexy showed us a picture before, didn't he? You know, from the cameras that Hurley installed in Winterbanks.
Yes, of course.
Indeed, and the gentleman...
Oh,
Okay, so we do it this
we just had to do this.
Yeah.
Indeed, and the gentleman was in the picture, and he was right there.
Exactly! Which proves that Mr. Graydon was in the shop on the afternoon in question.
At no point have I denied that fact.
You literally said, I have nothing to do with the pawnbrokery, my guy.
I merely entered the shop to peruse the articles on sale and have a word with the broker. Nothing more.
It's just like,
Nom, nom.
nah, he's a fucking liar. This makes no sense. I understand why Mr. Graydon might be trying to cover his tracks. But why would Gregson be trying to avoid giving a testimony about what happened?
Oh, okay.
That's all he's going to say on the matter, is it?
What do you think, Runa?
I think he has no intention of telling us anything. He's well aware that the less he says, the less chance he has of giving himself away.
Complete opposite of Hurley, then. He seems to think that the more he says, the better.
Well, at least I managed to prise a little more information from the witness's lips. All thanks to these Skulkin brothers.
Yes, they were the key to it after all.
So he says he had nothing to do with Windbanks. Well, we know that's not true.
Perhaps now would be a good time to have a proper look through the court record.
Iris, you're smart. Good idea. You never know, a tiny scrap of information could become a valuable weapon.
Okay.
Well,
We didn't get anything from that.
they didn't add it, did they?
No, they didn't
No.
add the picture.
Motherfucker. I feel like a dingus.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That's so dumb. Okay.
Oh no. What is it?
They're letting us use the blood samples,
What?
even though they told us we can't. So present the disc.
And this
Well, that's...
on this scene?
Yep.
What?
Present the disc, even though we're not supposed to use blood samples. I don't know.
What?
Objection.
Have you ever seen this disc before, Mr. Graydon?
Why? Is it supposed to mean something?
This disc was, until the day of the murder, in pawn in Mr. Windibank's shop. It was redeemed by the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, that afternoon. However, somebody mysteriously appeared to try and take it from her.
Okay, listen. I hear some people being like, no, it's not because of the blood. He literally could just say, I have no idea what you're talking about. There's no proof that he had any interaction with this, because the only proof is the blood on it, which we can't use.
I mean, let me see, because
There's no...
motherfucking Gregson's like, I wasn't there, I don't know.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we
if
say
nobody's
this, but
gonna
he's saying no.
corroborate it, then there's no fucking way to prove it.
Let's see what they say. Let's see what happens. And that somebody was you, of course, wasn't it, Mr. Graydon?
As I have reiterated numerous times now, you are mistaken. That was not me. I've never seen that disc before in my life.
It may have escaped your notice, but there is a small smear of blood on the disc.
Yeah!
Ah, yes. Resulting from an abrasion of the thumb, perhaps?
Are you going to ask to look at his thumb, and this time
Oh, and we're allowed to look at your thumb now? Fuck off!
That's right. The surface of the disc is covered in hundreds of tiny metal bumps. In the skirmish to acquire the disc, the thumb of the person who tried to take it suffered minor lacerations.
Uh-huh. I hate this.
So, while the disc bears the remnants of that skirmish in the form of this smear of blood, the thumb of the person in question must bear the remnants also, in the form of a scratch.
And he can say, I don't want you to look at my thumb. And then case closed. He goes home and then Gina's guilty and she's dead.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Everybody go
And
home
she's
now.
dead.
I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah! He could, if he's able to deny to look at his arm, then he can deny to look at his thumb. They have no reason to let him do that.
Yeah.
Good gracious, indeed it must.
Mr. Graydon, you refused to allow a court officer to examine your arm before. Are you now going to refuse to allow us to examine your thumb? Because I
mean, yes, obviously.
Yeah, you could just say that. We have no reason to believe you wouldn't at this point, and the game would just accept it, because it has not presented any situation to say, well, if we get him twice with the thing, he has to do it.
Yeah.
Because I have no doubt that it bears a small scratch consistent with the smear of blood on this disc.
Well, well. It would seem I underestimated you. Well, what is the meaning of this? Now all of a sudden you're going to let us do stuff? Okay.
Yeah, why would he admit this if he wasn't going to admit the
He
shoulder
could so
thing?
easily be like, well, that still wasn't me.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Can I go home now?
So you admit it now? You admit you have a scratch on your thumb from when you attempted to take the disc from the defendant. Technically, it was when she tried to take the disc from him, but sure.
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Graydon? It would appear there has been something of a misunderstanding here. I did not attempt to take the disc,
Oh, well, there
as
you
you
go.
put it. No, quite the reverse.
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
It's really quite simple, you see. The disc was mine from the outset. Is there some crime in taking an item that you own out of pawn?
What?
It would seem, Mr. Graydon, that in this piece of evidence, my learned friend has established a link between yourself and the incident.
Here's the thing. Advent in the chat says, honestly, the game should have made his hand visible. I'm fine with him wearing gloves. I just wish they had made a line of, like, if only we could prove 2 things that would tie him to
Yeah.
the scene.
Yeah.
I could have been like, oh, he has a scratch.
Yeah.
But
Like, all it needed was Iris to be like,
literally a throwaway line from Iris
Like-
would have been fine.
oh, if only we could tie another, like, if only we could give the court another reason to think we needed to look at his body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I'd be like, oh, okay, great. So he got shot and he scratched himself.
Sorry.
That in this piece of evidence, my learned friend has established a link between yourself and the incident. Accordingly, you will tell the court everything you know about this disc now. As you wish. Though I'm quite sure it has nothing whatsoever to do with the pawnbroker's murder.
Okay, fucko.